What's up, man? It's Mr. Truth here again, man. Oh, man, another video, another day, another video. I was going to talk about the migrants that they moved into black neighborhood Chicago, other places. It definitely was to uproot black people. One thing that, that what I find is weird. Okay, let me start off with this. Okay, well, let me say this too. The one thing that I understand, and then I'm going to break it down why that, is understanding like that. The one thing I understand is that all these people is against black people, as far as like opening stores, businesses, jobs, all this stuff, right? All this stuff is against us. Even our own people, and some of them that just look like us, they look like black people, but they like Kush or they like some African people, stuff like that. One thing, that of course the sleep is coming off us now, but I always used to get mad that, it was black people against black people. Like, I was like, you got black people just actually against other black people, even though, like, you got the whole world against us. And they know who we are. They know that we the true Hebrew Israelites. And the Jewish people are, the Russian mafia. They the Satan's children, right? Revelations 2:9, 3:9. All right. So what I want to break down is the spells that they place on us to keep our mind like that. And these spells, even though they might not seem like spells, or are spells. The spells that I'm speaking about is a lie, right? That's casting a spell on your mind and your spirit and your body and your heart, because you're thinking something's one way and it's not that way at all, and imagine if every person gets paid to keep you in this state of mind. They get stores, restaurants, bars. They get to come in the country, which is our land, and open businesses and stuff like that, right? So the spells I'm talking about is they change the map size. They change. They made all the European countries, places where they at. They made them bigger than dark people countries, or dark people places where they stay at. They keep pushing space and going to space and Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, all this garbage. There's no other planets out there. It ain't nothing, bro. That's the lie. Now, where they get these names from, Saturn, Jupiter, Mars, and all that, Mars, a lot of them fallen angels came down in this with the names that they was given. They gave us up their names, and you can read this in the New Testament when he said he thought Paul was Mars or Jupiter, whatever, Saturn. So that's one way. So I will break it down to gang stalking Cause it's all connected. Gang stalking, Freemasonry. This is how they work. They get you to believe somebody is your friend, or somebody's your friend, or they just tell a whole bunch of lies and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? They got a whole bunch of lies, and they get you under spell. So the spell is to get you to think that they're your friend. Well, the whole time they're your enemy, but they're doing both. Like Satan. Satan becoming, he came and said, you offered Eve the fruit. You surely will not die. That's a lie. So so they just using the same trick as the devil. They saying a lie while being your friend or acting like they're your friend. This is a spell. So imagine you're doing this over TV waves, over sports networks, stuff like that. Like, say, like football, basketball. You might be thinking it's real, but it's actually rigged, and that's a spell. Or music. They put spells on music. TV programs. You seen putting gay programs on TV. A guy and a guy, a girl and a girl. That's a spell. It's messing with your eternal. You have a natural, natural. Which basically you're going to get your own self. You're going to get your nature when you do that. You're going to get your own nature as God designed you. So that's a spell. Not to mention churches. So you go into church and they teach you're a Gentile. Or they teach you, you ain't the Hebrew Israelite. Or they teach you everybody's equal and all that garbage. You know what I'm saying? That's a spell. Most of these people have studied under Satanism, witches, Freemasons, gangs, blood, crip, whatever. All these is spells. When you done literally heard a guy say, "I'm gonna get him again," that tried to set me up. I literally heard this, and then I hear guys talking, and they together just hating on me. Talk about my clothes. Talk about he didn't have. They not new clothes. He already had that on, and they don't think you can hear this. And you hear these people talk about this, right? These people are so evil and demonic, bro. For money, that's why I said if I do my little testing. When I meet somebody and I say, how much, do you think $10,000 is a lot of money, which is nothing. $10,000 is basically, you take a piss on it. If you think that's a lot of money, or you think a certain amount of money is a lot of money, get the hell away from them. Or they crying about a little bit of money like it's their last, then get away from them, because that's what they worship. They worship money. They worship, it's crazy, man. And it all goes in a pot of them hating God and love it and basically putting that self first, really selfish. There's like a narcissist, he wants all the praise, worship, but he doesn't want to put the work in. And what I notice is about narcissists and about the people I speak to, they want everything handed to them. They don't want to work for anything. They just want it free. And they will keep taking if you keep offering. They don't have no morals. They don't have no codes. They don't believe in no God. And a lot of them got demonic spirits in them, and I done seen it for myself. I done seen it, straight up, man. And it's definitely a fight going on, a war going on right now, spiritual war. And with these people, they don't care about their life, man. They don't care. They willing to rob you or, your life for money, man. They just care about right now. That's it. They just care about getting a drink right now, getting high right now. You know, women. If you notice, there's another thing too, man. They always women, women, women. That's all they know how to talk about, bro. Or they go crazy, in the female presence and stuff like that. Get the hell away from them. But like I was saying, man, yeah, man. These are basically all spells. Say like there's another thing. It's another spell they use where though you might have two Freemason devil worshippers, narcissistic demons, fake arguing. So they might be fake arguing, and the whole time it's a lie, it's a spell to get you to let your guard down and to believe something that's a lie. And if you believe something that's a lie, it's casting a spell on your brain. But your spirit is knowing this, so your spirit antennas is up, and you're like, hold up, you feeling it, and you looking at the person, and the person got a smile on his face, but his energy is evil, and you looking, you like, damn, my antennas is up, and then God lets you overhear something that they say, or let you see something that they do that's evil, and they or basically that's your sign to get away. That's your sign to, okay, this person is not who we say he is. This person or these people are not who they say he is. And basically what I'm trying to say is this is how they kept us under a spell for so long. Because if you don't know your identity as a person, you're under a spell. That's the most important thing. So you know your identity, then they can't really lie to you, because then you eat the truth, because then you start reading about who you are. You get what I'm saying? So their job is to keep the lies perpetuated, keep space perpetuated. You know what I'm saying? Talk about space and the fake Jewish people. That's a spell. People on TV, Lino media, what you call it? Gaslighting is a spell. Making saying that you saw something and they saying it didn't exist. That's gaslighting. That's a spell. It's all demonic, you know. And I always wonder, I'm not gonna lie, bro. I always wondered when I see people doing drugs, drinking back to back, smoking back to back, why, like, I never saw them, like, get sick or, um, get ill or, just any type of bodily form. Because, I'm looking like, damn, why is it people not getting it? Because it's a demon in them that's allowing them to drink and smoke back to back without getting messed up, man, for a long time. Because when you're doing evil, man, it takes, it seems like you're getting away with it for a long time until you get older. Because your body, is still a physical body, until it catch up, everything catch up with you. But yeah, man, that's, what I had to say, man. You got a lot of people, man, that's pretending to be your friends. It's a lot of snakes, man. A lot of people that's giving themselves over to money instead of spirituality, looking up spiritual self first. And like I said, this is how, if you get your identity, and most people, when I come in contact with them, man, they were working for Satan. They don't care, or once in a blue moon, man, you run into a person that's being gang stalked, a a true worshiper of God that love God for real. And that's Satan's whole mission, is to get everybody to go against the Most High. Whether it be for a test to filter God's people, because that's basically what it is. It's a filtering. If he turn everybody against the Most High, and you got these people that didn't change and they really love him, that's a filtering system. You're filtering out all the people that acting like they love you, acting like they really for you, and then you're okay. These are my real people that actually love me. Whether I give them stuff or I don't give them stuff, whether I, do good and bad, and that's the most important. Most people will sell out for a penny, man. I'm not gonna lie. Most people, they are Judases, and you gotta remember they under spell, and they forgot their identity, bro. So that's really big. But once you start getting the truth, there's no more excuses. And if you don't want to learn the truth, then you basically, this piece of trash. You don't want to learn enough. You don't want to do nothing. You don't want to, uplift your people in any type of way. You're just selfish. It's just about money. And then these people got to go. These people got to get killed, bro. These people got to go. And that's what I'm waiting for. That's what I want. I want all these demonic people to get out of here, bro. You know what I mean? But that's Mr. Truth out, man. I just had to get down to this witchcraft and spells and why people was like, this is just like The Matrix, man. The movie The Matrix. It was. All right, Mr. Truth out, man.